September we met, I could tell by your smile. You hadn't been with a good girl like me in a while.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Trini Lovely, and today I want to have a topic just based on vibration. There was a time I actually, and it was my fault because there was this guy who posted something on Facebook and he says, I'm continued to attract people who have such issues in their life, and it's because I'm this beacon of light that I have this healing energy. And I thought that was really interesting, and I remember commenting at this guy and I said, no, you're attracting based on your wavelength. And he got so angry and so upset, like he was really ready to go to war with me on this topic. And of course I chicken out because I'm like, you know what, you're not ready for the information. I give the information if you're willing to know the information, but I'm not gonna challenge your opinion, your views, and your beliefs, because I'm not here for that. I'm not here to challenge anyone's opinions and beliefs and views. I'm here to open your horizon for you to think out of the box, and if you're willing for the information. But if you don't want the information, that's fine. Maybe in your next life, right? So no, you don't attract because you're a beacon of light and people see you and they say to themselves, wow, you have the healing energy that will just heal all the problems that's going on in my life. No one attracts based on that kind of vibration. You attract on the vibration that is on your aura, right? So there's this magnetic field around you, and you're pulling and attracting based on the vibration that you're on, right? You ever sometimes look at some people friends, right? They may have a similar attribute, right? Similar ways of seeing the world, similar views. There's some kind of similarity somewhere. You guys may not be 100% the same, but you may have things that you guys enjoy, right? You hang out with a group of girls and you guys like going to the clubs. Yeah, the group of you guys who are friends may have that similarity where it's all about the clubs, all about popping the bottles and just living that life to the fullest. And then sometimes you may have, some guys may have certain friends where they all have similarities, where they all like nice cars, they all like some kind of expensive things, and they all have this friendship, right? So, in older days, right, you would hear traditionally people will say birds of a feather flock together. That's because you guys all vibrate on the same wavelength, right? So in order for you to actually meet somebody and actually even like, that person has to be vibrating on the same frequency with you, right? So, and this is the reason why sometimes you may meet somebody in high school, right? And you may say to this person, this is my girl, we're best friends, we're ride or dies, we hang out all the time. I got her back, she got mine. And then, even though you may feel all this, 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, that friendship is automatically done. You don't have that friendship anymore. You mightn't even like this person anymore. You mightn't even want to be around this person anymore because your vibration went up or your vibration dropped, right? You may meet somebody and just don't like that person. You might say, I don't like that person. And somebody may ask you, why? Why do you not like this person? Well, guess what? You guys didn't vibrate on the same vibration. And I'm totally aware of that. I mean, sometimes I meet people and automatically they take a dislike to me. I'm not here to convince anyone. If you don't like me, hey, we're not vibrating on the same vibration. There's nothing I can say, convince you, try to tell you about myself that's going to make you say, hey, listen, you know what? I like Trini Lovely. There's nothing we can say because we're not on the same wavelength. And once you realize that you're not on the same wavelength, you will understand why sometimes you may not get along with that person. You may understand why that person and you just not taking to each other, right? It doesn't matter what you say and how you try to impress this person, right? You're just not vibrating on the same wavelength. right? So sometimes we may meet, even in relationships, you might meet a guy you might be attracted to, sexually attracted to. You might want this guy to be somebody that you want to see in a longevity, and you might want this person in your life. But guess what? If you're not vibrating on the same wavelength with him, you guys are not going to be connected on that aura field, right? So if his aura is on a totally different wavelength from yours, the frequency, there's no connection. That guy is not going to connect to you. And once you realize the way how the laws of the universe operate, where that frequency has to match, then you're going to be okay with getting over that relationship that you probably are hurt about, broken about, holding on to, because you will realize, well, if I'm not vibrating on the same frequency, then there's nothing I could do or try to do or beg to do to actually make me want to stay with this person, or even this guy might even want to be with me, because there's nothing you could do, right? Because sometimes you may meet somebody and that person's vibration may be so low, right? And we could sense sometimes when somebody's vibration is low, right? Like you could meet somebody and this person is a bold-faced thief, right? This person is a con artist. This person is mean. This person is nasty. This person is doing all these things that you may think that is malicious to your views, your beliefs. So then automatically right there, you already done know that you and that person is not on the same wavelength, not on the same frequency. I remember, when I was much younger, I met a guy who just didn't respect the law. He just didn't care about the law. Like the law meant nothing to him. And it really used to upset me. I spent many days trying to preach to this guy, trying to convince this guy, well, you know what? We have order, we have rules, we have to follow rules. But there's nothing that you could say sometimes, because that person will never be able to see where you're coming from, because that person's vibration is too low for you, right? So it sounds crazy in the way that, sometimes you meet somebody and you say, hey, listen, you know what? We're just not vibrating on the same vibration. It sounds crazy really saying it out loud, but when you really think about it, sometimes what do you have in common with somebody that you're talking to for the first time? And so many times we may meet people and we may not have the same views, the same beliefs, and out of respect we say, you know what, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm okay with that. I don't care about your past. I don't care about your history. I don't care what you did in life. I'm a different person. Like I'm new. Like that person is not gonna treat me the same. But you gotta really sit down and think about it. That vibration, right? If you met a guy and he constantly cheats, right? And he constantly hurts you, and you're confronting him, and he doesn't care, because even though you catch him and he's back again doing it again, imagine that vibration, because here you are on the vibration and a frequency of a level of a higher vibration, because you're searching for love, and there's this guy that you're with that is not even searching for love. Like love is not something that is in his thought process. Love is something that he's not trying to gain. He's actually trying to hit it and run. And here you are holding on because you attracted, you want a boyfriend, you want a husband, and you're saying to yourself, you know what? I don't care about your past. I don't care what you did. I'm coming in here. I'm putting all my heart in here. I'm putting all my feelings in here. I'm just going to show you love. It seems like you didn't have that love. Nobody didn't show you that love. You had a messed up childhood. And we tend to let our views and beliefs control us, right? We start actually making up excuses. Well, you had a hard past, and I'm going to be that person that's actually going to show you what true love is. But if your vibration is not on the same vibration with that guy, it don't matter what kind of love you're going to give this person. It don't matter what kind of love you're going to show this person. It's a wavelength. You guys got to match, right? Because you could show a person all the kind of love in the world and that person don't even appreciate you. You could show all that kind of love in the world and that person take you for granted, right? And before you know it, you're hurting your own self, because you saw the signs. You saw that you didn't match on that frequency. You saw that that person didn't cherish and respect any of your beliefs, any of your views, right? Because when you meet somebody, we all have different beliefs and different views, different thought process, because your childhood plays and shapes everything that takes place in life. But the reality of everything is that person has to be willing, open-minded, and want to learn. Willing, open-minded, and willing to compromise. Open, willing, and open-minded that they want to develop those feelings, right? If you met somebody who don't want to have that compassion, that care, that kindness to you, that person is not ready for love. And that person's frequency is going to be lower than yours. Because if you're at that stage where you want something serious, guy or woman, right? It doesn't matter, right? How much forgiveness you forgive somebody. It doesn't matter how much you're overlooking that person past. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You could give this person millions of dollars. You can buy them everything that you want. Make them drive your car. Make them live in the best home. That person is not going to cherish these things based on the fact of the frequency. So when you're looking for a partner, you're looking for a friendship, we got to really start looking at friendships as just like a mate, right? Because you could run into some friendships where it's just low down and dirty friendships where you're hurt. This person just take you to the lowest point because that person's frequency is lower than yours. Like, I have ran into many people throughout my life, and I have said to myself, wow, you really wanted a friendship and your behavior was that obnoxious or that disrespectful, or you didn't even cherish the friendship, or you didn't really care. That frequency is not on the same frequency with yours, right? So when we selecting friendships and we selecting a mate, we got to think about how we're vibrating, right? If you write down everything that you want and you have affirmations that you believe in, right? And you wake up every morning and you say, you know what? This is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. And no one is perfect. No one is perfect. But you know what you're looking for. There's a level of empathy you should feel if you're with someone, right? There should be a level of kindness that you should feel when you're with someone. And it goes the same thing for a friend, right? If you can't tell your friend a pain and a hurt when you're down and you're depressed, and that friend does not even take acknowledgement to lift you up or take heed to hear your story or really care about who you are as a person, to get to know you, to get to understand you, well, guess what? You're vibrating on a lower vibration when you're having that friendship, because that friendship with yours is, you're in an energy field where it's very low based on that friendship that's not giving you any kind of compassion, right? If you don't care about the person that you are around, you don't care about how you treat people, where's your frequency of your vibration, right? Whether you're a mate, whether you're a friendship, I'm always going to expect to have some kind of empathy, some kind of kindness, some kind of care. But if I don't receive that, automatically I'm going to know that me and that person is not on the frequency, because I'm going to think about my personality of who I am as a person. If I'm down and I'm depressed and I'm with you at that moment and all you care to think about is yourself, and I start opening up and telling you what I'm going through, and all of a sudden you just start switching the subject because you don't want to hear what I'm going through, or you want to talk about something else, or you don't want to hear what I have to say, I have to question that. Where's the vibration connection here? What wavelength are you connecting on? So I can't fight you to be a loving, caring, kind friendship towards me. I can't argue with you because you didn't care about my friendship. And there's so many people sometimes will have a friendship and then they will sit back and they'll just complain, well, he did this, he did that, he did this, or she did this, she did that. Maybe because you guys are not friends, and you just have to respect it and move forward. And you guys may never be friends, because there's a reason why everyone comes in your life, right? So as I told you in my other video, I talked about karmatic lessons. There's a reason somebody come into your life, whether it's good or bad. There's a reason you sat at this job where the job was paying low. There's a reason why you have this high paying job. There's a reason why you met that guy. There's always a reason based on everything. So whether or not this person may come into your life 2 years ago because you were vibrating on that wavelength that you attracted that friendship, that doesn't mean that's supposed to be a friendship for the rest of your life. Because if you don't have any compassion, from that person doesn't give you any kind of compassion, any kind of empathy, any kind of care, and that person is so selfish that they just don't really care about who you are as a person, then you need to evaluate that. And you really need to think about the circle you're with and who you're around. Because it doesn't even make sense to be around someone who's not even attracting that same wavelength, because it's gonna hurt you. It's really gonna hurt you. And thank you for listening, and have a good night.